Hey guys, welcome to another solo video that I am now going to start calling Desk Side Chats with just Nick, but that's okay because Nick and Janae talked about it ahead of time, so you're still getting both of our feedbacks on this topic. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about networking and why I like it and why I think it's good, and more importantly, kind of what people are saying about networking if you were to again Google this, but what kind of our 2 cents is on it. So let's get jumping into the first. Let's get jumping in. Ugh, ugh, it's been a week. Lemon, it's Tuesday. Anyways, let's start with why is networking important. Networking is important because no man is an island. Actually, it's kind of true. That's an outdated term. No one is an island. Gotta work on that. Gotta workshop it. Networking is good because you're not doing anything alone. You don't work in a vacuum. You don't sell in a vacuum. Even you have to sell to customers when you're trying to approach customers about your product. Even if they're not the customer, but they know who might be the customer, that's networking. When you make connections and you establish mutually beneficial relationships, it's a wonderful two-way street where, hey, you know, I make book bindings and I meet somebody that is an illustrator. And then you go, okay, well, I have a client that's doing book binding, but they need a fancy cover. I'd have to pass on the project, but I was able to connect with you. And then so and so, the other way around. I'm looking at books. I don't know if you can see them. No, you can't. They're right here. But that kind of idea, networking, great kind of two-way street that you could pass work on, and you can get work from people that you're not necessarily reaching out to directly. So that kind of just increases the number of boots on the ground, sussing out opportunities for you if you think about it like that. Another great benefit, or why should you network, is that it keeps you on the pulse of what's going on in your industry or like adjacent industries, because if you network with people that are in those fields, they're going to tell you what their business is doing and what problems they're having day in and day out. And you might not get that from a magazine or from reports until way, way later than if you were to just say, hey, today I had this issue. Oh, this is the fifth time this week I'm having this issue. You're kind of hearing it as it's developing, and then you can make moves if you need to in your industry. Okay, that was why you should network. Let's talk about how to network. Um, this is a tough one. This is one of those, like, it's tough to really say, like, here, do this, like, soft skill essentially. Industry events are great. Social is fine, but I really feel like social is a good follow up or a good lead in to the physical events. We made a video, I think a week ago. Maybe it was, no, it was the AI one, about starting a business. But we talked about trade shows. Trade shows are great, not only for closing deals, meeting new partners, but they're phenomenal for networking. Where even if you don't have a project in mind right now, you meet with anybody that'll meet with you. You take anybody's information, because in 6 months this great opportunity comes up. It's super niche and you can kind of do 80% of the scope of work, but you'd have this one missing piece. Instead of scrambling at that point, it's really easy to go back into your Rolodex and think, oh, we met with so and so and they specialized in that, which at the time seemed like a really trivial thing, to be connecting with somebody on, but now it's coming in super handy. That has happened a lot of times to me. Um, I would not discount that. So, trade shows, in person networking events, be wary. Some of those are pay to play, and you can end up with a lot of people that are looking to meet people and not anybody worth meeting. That was over generalization, but just be wary of anything that kind of falls into those categories. I'm going to tell you, focus on building genuine relationships, but like do it. Like actually just do it. Don't come in and be like, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm looking for blank." You know, go to network with them to build a genuine relationship, because 9 times out of 10, if you came off as somebody that was really rubbing people the wrong way, even though you did network, people know who you are and you know them, it's going to be really hard to make any kind of progress after that. But if you come in and, you're just like, I'm just open to meeting so many new people from so many different industries, um, you end up approaching it from a much more genuine perspective, and you end up, I think, connecting with people better. So when you do need to call them and go, hey, this crazy thing came up, do you want to do this, blah blah blah, um, more times than not, you're gonna get them on board. So that's just me. um, don't be afraid to ask for your help or advice. That was on here, but yeah, I guess, advice is good, but then again, I would also be wary about that because you get those people that spam inboxes with that tactic where they go, I just wanted, 5 minutes, would you listen to our pitch? If you get 100 of those, it's like that unique and genuine way of reaching out has just been like copy pasted so many times that it's now become spam. So yes, you can reach out to people in ways that are not necessarily just looking to trade the service or the good, but I would be wary about that. If you're getting a lot of spam that feels like one of those tactics, don't then try to turn around and say like, well, I'm just doing it genuinely, because they're also getting spammed with all those things. How to maintain your professional network. This is a tough one because it's not like friends, but LinkedIn, I would say, is probably the easiest shortcut to doing this. People generally want to post about milestones or things like that, and I will take that opportunity if it looks like I haven't reached out to somebody in some time and they post some kind of milestone or something that's done. Instead of just commenting on it, I will then just go and start like a chat with them in LinkedIn. And if there's anything new that's come up, oh, I've met, we're both in health and beauty, and I've met some people that didn't really line up with my network, but I feel like would be phenomenal for what you guys are trying to do in Q3. Could I send them your way? Do you want to get some coffee and talk about the industry? Things like that. Again, it feels like it's really hard to tell you to be genuine, but that really is a lot of times what ends up making the difference when you're building your network, because nobody wants. I mean, would you want a disingenuous person in your network? If somebody that you're like, oh, they're so disingenuous, and they reached out to you, would you be like, yay, the disingenuous person reached out to me? Or would you be like, oh, they're reaching out to me? So think of it through that lens. In conclusion, just a quick video this week. Um, Networking is good. Networking is about being genuine and about taking a meeting with anybody who will meet with you, because you never know when you're going to be able to put those pieces together, pass them off to somebody else. Um, and the more you pass on information to other people, like, I can't help you, but I met with so and so, then, reciprocally, they're going to be like, that person is a valuable person in my network because I don't have anything to work with them on yet. But every time I talk to them, they're able to connect me with somebody else. It's good to be kind of the broker there in the middle, the power broker that knows everybody. So, and that comes from genuine connections, wanting to connect with people genuinely. So yes, why you should do it, how to do it, keep it up through LinkedIn. Don't make your life more complicated. Do not send an email. Hi Tom, it's been 3 years since we met at Cosmoprof. How have you been? I guess you can, but like, just connect with them on LinkedIn. Follow up on LinkedIn. Reach out when you have an opportunity via email. Those are my 2 cents on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Leave me a comment on TikTok, Instagram, here on YouTube for the algorithm. Um, Anyways, I'll see you on Friday. And until then, it's business as usual. No, that doesn't look good. What does Dwight do? Until then, it's business as usual. Until then, it's business as usual. Okay, bye everybody.